Hi everyone, Kaleem Joy, licensed midwife, certified pediatric massage therapist, coming to you live on Instagram tonight. As I'm waiting for others to join us, I had an opportunity to go to a middle school of children that were 7th and 8th graders today at their career day here locally, and to talk to them about what a licensed midwife is, and just to bring them to even knowing what the word is, and knowing what the word is to being a midwife, because so many people, as I've said before, they'll say, well, what do you do? And I say, I'm a midwife. And they say, well, what's that? And, you know, it used to be that that was a common word. If you were pregnant or having a baby, a midwife is the only one that was there with you. Hardly did you ever see doctors. And now we have to bring that back into our understanding is what are midwives. So it was really interesting talking to this youth today about licensed midwives, and especially their age. So it was really interesting. So tonight's topic is called Pregnancy and Birth, the Great Equalizer. Now, as I was thinking about this, I thought, you know, we could substitute the name from equalizer to pregnancy and birth is the Great Humanizer or the Great Harmonizer. And when you think about harmony, I think about, you know, if you had a group of singers or if you had different people playing instruments. Each one, you know, if you had a soprano and a second soprano and an alto and a bass and a tenor and a baritone, they each have their own notes that they're going to sing. But when you put them all together, it makes something beautifully harmonious. And the music is absolutely exquisite, and it sings into our hearts and our minds and our spirits. So when I was thinking about what to share with you tonight, and this became part of my thoughts, I believe that when we look at pregnancy and birth as the great harmonizer, we create something that is a connection amongst each of us instead of a division. And it really doesn't matter where you live, whether you're white, black, yellow, brown. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter your religion or what country you live in or what your wealth or your poverty is. Pregnancy and birth is something that draws us together, that we can have a commonality with one another and feel like there is connection and harmony in this world. So when you think about pregnancy and birth, it's about loving the child, and knowing that as we love the child inside the body, when our chemicals are feeling strength and purposeful and on common ground with life, and we feel harmonious, so does the baby. The baby feels harmonious. And that harmoniousness teaches the baby that perhaps it can be even more harmonious when it comes out. So when you're pregnant, and this is something for me, is that I don't watch the news. And it's not that I don't want to be informed, because I do, but I find that I need to be on a path that helps stimulate lots of good, positive thoughts, positive things in my life, and how to be able to feel like this is a world that has good peace, camaraderie, and strength in it. So think about those things when you're pregnant or when other people are pregnant, that their body and their spirits are very open. And so they can be very influenced by the things that go on around them, movies or news or stories that people tell them. So we need to be able to keep them in a place that helps build that sense of good, of right, of positiveness in our lives. So as I was writing some things down, fundamentally, our characteristics that we want to have within ourselves and how we want to relate to other people wherever we are in the world is kindness and respect and love and integrity. And that transcends everything when it comes to pregnancy and birth. those things should be a part of us all the time, and especially when pregnancy and birth is happening. So I actually wrote a little quote, and I decided I wanted to read it to you because I really liked how I said it, and I wanted to say it the same way again. So, in a world that is trying to find peace, pregnancy should be a time that we can be peaceful with ourselves, with our family, with our friends, with our community, and with the world. Because we're creating a new generation of people that are going to come out, and they're going to be the leaders in this world. So pregnancy should be a time where we have that ability to create that peacefulness within ourselves. Now, birth demands peace. Because of the way chemically our body works, peace is something, meaning that our environment feels safe, we feel respected and supported. And during that time, birth will work at its maximum because chemically it can. If we feel threatened or shamed or put down during our births, those hormones just can't work well. So we need to make sure that we're in an environment, that we're in a little bubble wherever we happen to be, or we've got earplugs, earphones in, listening to meditation tapes or music that we love, so that we stay in that bubble that helps us to progress forward in birth and give our babies absolutely the ability to feel strength and confidence and power and wholeness when they're being born. I know it's hard work. I know sometimes we feel like you can't do it anymore, but that's why you have people around you to support you, remind you that you can, keep you focused on that path. So birth demands peace, and it's important that it's there for you. So when it comes to feeling respect and supported, it advances also up into breastfeeding. And we hope that as a baby is born and they have to go through disconnecting by allowing the placenta to be finished and the placenta to come out, that they now have disconnected, their first line is they want to go back to breast. They want to go to breast for the first time. They're primed, they're ready, they're instinctual to do that, to reconnect, to get warmth, to get food, to feel safe. Now, the hope is that all babies can breastfeed and all babies can have breast milk. I am aware that that doesn't always happen. And for that, we have to feel the peacefulness within us that we are giving breast milk if we can, or at least that we are holding and loving and touching and smiling and cooing at our babies. And that if we're bottle feeding, that we swap side to side like we would if we were breastfeeding, because neurologically that side to side is really important to them. And that we are supportive as a community to women who do breastfeed, and maybe women who breastfeed long term, and women who tried to breastfeed who couldn't, and helping them to feel safe about how their story is, and working together for the common good. Do you realize that if women from multiple cultures, religions, races, ethnicities came into a room, very quickly, all of them would have a connection. No matter what their countries are doing or their states are doing or anything like that, they would have a connection. And that connection would be that they want a healthy baby and a healthy mother when everything is said and done. And how they want to get there is by caring and treating their baby, hey Christina, with joy and with love. So I want to encourage you to ponder these things, think about what I've said, figure out where it fits in your life, and share it forward so that more people can think and understand about loving and honoring one another, no matter who we are in our pregnancies and our birth, and providing a space for the pregnant person to be able to have that peace, that respect, that kindness, and really be able to feel supported. And our babies, when they're born, they want love, they want warmth, they want food, and they want to stay connected. And other than that, they don't care about the rest of the world. They really don't care about all the other paraphernalia that goes on out there. And the first few hours should be very sacred for you and should be a time of peacefulness where you reconnect and you are with one another and you build that beginning for that baby of what life has the potential to become. There's going to be ups and downs. They're going to have to adapt. I understand that. But let's start them out right. Let's start them out on a path that can really connect them to a positive world. Now, life goes up and down for us adults too. And we sometimes need to take a pause, take a breath, and slow down and regroup to find that sense of peace within us. But I know we can. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you didn't get a chance to hear it all, please go back and listen to it. I am trying to make sure that it gets saved in there. And pass it along or tell other people to come and listen. And I'm really so thankful for all of you. So if you have children, remember to go in, give them a hug, tell them you love them, tell them they're amazing and that they can do anything they set their mind to because they are the future generation and we want them to be strong and harmonize in this world in every way that we can. Thanks for joining me, and our Peace series is just about to be released. We're so close, within a day, to getting everything out, and you will see a little ad from me that tells you about it. Go into it, push I'm ready for it, and the first 5 videos are going to get released to you, and then they'll be drip fed every day, and you'll have different ways to be able to access them. And you won't miss any of them because they're going to start from the top and work all the way down, so you'll get to have all of them, which is so exciting. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time, probably sometime in a few days or a week, and we'll see what the topic's going to be then. Thanks so much. Have a good night. Bye for now.